Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Dan Lanning continues to prove why he's one of the best coaches in college football right now. Coming off a 13-2 season, yet another appearance in the college football playoff. He has a great stable of quarterbacks that will be fascinating to watch this season. Dante Moore returns, hoping to elevate his NFL stock. But top transfer portal quarterback Dylan Raiola in the wings. We'll see how it shakes out for the Oregon Ducks in Eugene. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Oregon's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. He'll return it. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something. It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him get...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Trying to make magic with his feet. Still running at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, that time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup.
Circle was wide open, boy. Damn, circle was open.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Pressure coming, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Inside, it's Davison. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely...
It's a running room. The 30. The inside. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
Bro,
and he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David, a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Owens.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here. No, just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. 4th down, Reed. Got the quick pass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop. And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. That pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
Right down the middle. Got a man. It's Johnson. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Might have a chance. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Making side adjustments here. Moore. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for room. It's Davison. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore has it, and he will score! Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here's Reed to throw. Pulls it in. It's Owens.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Firing to the right, complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He'll pull it down and run. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Reed, bringing the heat, and he never had a chance.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the fourth sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Works the middle. Breaks into the open. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Got his man down the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Oh, they're after him. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping him up and getting to the ground.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And here he comes out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dante Moore. Under fire. And down he goes. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The run inside. It's Davison. That's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Crosses to 35. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. You know they love their trap in Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Reed. It's complete on the right side. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Reed. Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Picked off to stop the threat. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Moore to throw. Rushes on him. Hauls it in. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get them the ball, run after the catch.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream.
Makes the grab in their space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Reed. Pocket breaking down. Got a first down. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Calls his own number. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical